Sweet. The damage is busted? No. It's totally reasonable. What do you mean? It's definitely not very, very strong. No. I don't think so. And eventually. And the Celadus is how I came up with it, but no, I don't think is that busted. What do you mean? I would never go and immediately buy as many upgrades on Odin as I can. What does mastering do? Okay, so I was gonna read. I didn't actually read this. Okay, replace Clive's current weapon. Individual attacks with Odin's blade are far less potent than those with Clive's regular weapon. Attacks with Odin's blade do not fill the limit break gauge at all. That makes sense. Striking enemy fills the Zantetsuken gauge. Hold square to ready Zantetsuken. Potency and complexity increase with gauge level. Pressing square immediately following a precision dodge with armor darkness active. Powerful attack called Flash of Steel. And parry, you get steel counter. Both of them is one of the most efficient. One of the most efficient means of quickly filling the gauge. Mastery increases the level to 5. Okay, so without mastery, you don't get level 5. Okay. Which is why I need 5,000 ability points. I should have... I'm going to save the 2k that I have because I want that mastered for sure. Level 5 is very balanced and adequately strong. I mean, I said it when we were theory crafting, like, what even is going to fill that last slot of, like, well, yeah, if it's not Leviathan, they've done some pretty interesting thought and things in order to come up with a way to balance what is normally Odin's signature in any game he appears, which is that he just does one-hit KO bullshit. Like, that's just what his thing is. And no, they didn't balance that. It's immensely strong. Yeah, it's just immensely strong. It's sort of the beginning and the end of it, which I can sort of appreciate. Oh yeah, a lot of these abilities are not nearly as cool as they were in the trial because it caps at level 3 without mastery. I mean, it's still good. I'm gonna be honest, it's still good. But yeah, the fact that the hits don't generate any limit break is really interesting. I actually kind of like that. Because, like, there are times where I'm just like, I am generating so much limit break right now. I don't even know what to spend it on. I don't need health. Fuck it, switch to Odin. Damn it! Oh, this little spot. I did check this spot. Okay, I think that's all we're going to find here at the conservatory. I think I'm going to take this opportunity. Actually, there was a... Let's go closer to our objective here because there was a obelisk, I think, in that direction. And I would like to make sure I trigger it so that I can teleport back easily. Because what I want to do is track down the remaining hunts that are available on the hunt board. But I haven't stumbled upon them on my own journeys, so I can go check the board to see where they're located. Oh, that's an ogre. And then go from there, I think. But I want to be able to teleport back. I don't want to have to run my ass all the way through. Yeah, right there. It might require me getting close enough to trigger the next quest progress, but that's okay. What aggroed on me? Oh, these dogs?
It's over.
Yeah, I just went from no limit break to almost full limit break in one use of Diamond Dust. Can I get close enough to do the obelisk without... Oh, nope, I can't.
The calm before the storm.
There's only one way into that city. Across the bridge. Through the main gate. Right into the midst of whatever is left of the late King's army. Are you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Well, shit. New items. What? New crafting recipe. What? What new items you got?
Clive. Go on then.
Oh, I can buy a clutch mine.
You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
Just gonna buy one to say that I bought one. Probably what I'll do at some point with this as well. Because I have 60k gil worth of things to vendor. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna buy one.
You'll not find a better price than that.
I kind of hope it doesn't trigger, but if it does, then you know what? Things are probably going real bad for me, so...
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Increase the ability points earned. By 20%?
You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I'm not gonna buy these three because they're actually like really fucking expensive. Comparatively, so...
Is that all?
Alright, what's your new crafting recipe,
What do I owe
bud?
the honour? So, will it be?
Everdark. Oh! Yeah. 8 meteorites? That's fine. Just do it.
Should last you a good while.
It won't. It's not better than the other thing you've made me, so... That's fine, though. It's not your fault. I'm going out, and we're going to try to find the stone tongue that I need for that, for sure.
That it?
Yeah, there's a new thingy there, new hunts, new thing there. Okay. Do.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost.
You better level up, old man. Wait,
This, I believe you will find
level
most
7
interesting.
isn't the mat? Oh my god. How is level 7 not the max? Barnabas's mother, one of the few surviving descendants of the children of Zemeckis? Really? Who fled from Valisthea and took refuge in the outer continent, only returning generations later. She and her clan were devout believers in the circle of Malleus, whose teachings she instilled in her son. Teachings and memories that he treasures to this day. Alas, her beliefs were also to prove her downfall as she was killed in a raid by the followers of a rival religion. Wrecked. Owned. Far-fabled scholar of Valisthean history and legend, when Harpocrates was but a boy, Moss visited his village on the outer continent. Perhaps seeing something of himself in the young scholar-to-be, the great master took him under his wing. However, their time together was soon to come to an end, for one day Moss and his journal were gone, leaving nothing but a note behind, one which read, "Seek knowledge." The young Harpocrates took these words to heart. A vast circular cavity carved from the Dalmecian coast, it is here that Mother Crystal, known as Zemeckis, once stood. In the age of the fallen man, hoping to claim the power of the gods, laid siege to the crystal in an attempt to gain entry to its aether-rich heart. Rather than attempt to fend off the assault, he instead responded by destroying the Mother Crystal and its heart, the great crater left behind standing as a reminder of man's hubris. Vast landmass situated far from Valisthean's shores, aside from the most intrepid traders, few have been known to brave the journey there back, for which reason the character and customs of people remain a mystery. Most legends claim that remnants of the fallen fled thither from the twins when their civilization collapsed, but even the most bookish continental would be hard-pressed to explain what became of them in the intervening millennium. Drake's Horn, Mother Crystal which stood in southern Ash, an area now lost to the Blight. Fall of Drake's Horn left Drake's spine, the only mother crystal on the continent, and sparked a decades-long conflict for control of its ethereal bounty. After much bloodshed, it was the erstwhile nation of Veldermark, which finally subjugated the warring tribes of Ash and established a kingdom around what is now Stone here. One of the many great conflicts waged near the end of the Age of the Fallen, in which mankind, fielding fantastical clockwork armies fueled by powerful magics, fought for control of the mother crystals. This, however, worked to hasten the drain of the aether from the land, and thereby gave rise to the Blight. By the time the fighting had ceased and peace was restored, the wounds suffered by both humanity and the land had grown too deep to heal, and civilization began its slow yet inevitable march into darkness. It was only a matter of winters before the 1,000 years of knowledge used to build the great Magitech faded and was eventually lost to history. Fuck, dude. The Circle of Malleus, the ancient religion from which more recent savior cults grew. Its beliefs were originally drawn from murals left behind by the people who lived near the mother crystal Zemeckis. But while at one point it was a faith followed throughout Valisthea, time and the fading memory of the ancient culture that spawned it saw it gradually fall from favor. Provided protection for fragile cores. Time passed, however, they were slowly transformed into a place of worship. We know that. We knew that. Strange clockwork constructs often encountered in and near fallen ruins. They were once only ever found protecting such structures, but in the aftermath of Primogenesis, beneath the blackened skies that followed, they emerged from the ruins at last and can now be seen all over Valisthea. Though widely assumed to be vestiges of the fallen civilization, it seems they were in fact originally servants of Ultima, created by him in a time lost to memory, and that it was only over long years of scavenging wreckage from fallen ruins that they took on their current forms. Since Ultima's reawakening, they have been guided by his will and his will alone. Huh.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Did the person who was missing in this finally get filled in? No, I'm still short a person. Interesting. What's new in here? Oh, yeah, the stuff that happened in Dhalmekia. Probably some Waloed stuff as well. Ravenwood's towering rampart fills the narrow valley betwixt two adjacent peaks, creating a 9-penetrable barrier that serves to protect the royal capital of Stonehere from armies that might attempt an approach from the southwest. Once manned by a garrison of hundreds, the walls are now empty save for a handful of orcs and those beasts of war that managed to escape from their pens. Gallarhorn, an aging fortress in the western reaches of the kingdom of Waloed, similar to other constructs. Across Valstea, the keep appears to have been built on the site of ancient ruins, and it was in an underground chamber not unlike Phoenix Gate's apothecary that a fully intact rendition of Ultima's iconical Pantheon was discovered. Hallowed ground. Interesting. What you peeking at? Glasheim Wall. Oh. Vast ethereal dome created by King Barnabas. Tharmar, using the power of the icon Odin, it is not only capable of repelling assaults, both corporeal and magical, but will also consume any whom might endeavor passage across its bounds. Spanning from the mining settlement of Isla to the south of Frigg's Calm in the north, the barrier effectively blocks any approach to the Waluder capital of Stonehere for hundreds of leagues. Not anymore, it doesn't. Now it gone. Depicts the icons arranged in adoration of a central figure thought to be Ultima, the god that rules above them all. Joshua discovers an unblemished version in the depths of the Waluda stronghold of Gallarhorn and learns that the figure thought to be Ultima is in fact that of Ifrit Arisen, Ifrit, and the Phoenix united as one. The dark ill-omened skies unleashed in Ultima brought about primogenesis. The word Arca is used only in Ash, where the coming of the cursed skies is long been foretold as a harbinger of the end of all things. The end of all things! Odin popping in, hidden truths. Whose Lionel Thompson are born, however, they have as yet been unable to prove this point, on account of no records of any Odins before Barnabas Tharmar having come to light. Oh, really? Well, that's kind of wild. Orcs. Bend the knee to Ultima and no other. There's an entire enemy type I'm missing here. I assume we'll get a couple more of Ultima's servants here where Typhon is at. That we'll have to battle eventually, but I'm just like straight up dead ass missing a whole fucking spot there. Alright.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Mid said I can ride the
Do, 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 do. What up, you fuzzy fuck? Oh my goodness, there's 5. There's 5. Including me sniping Pandemonium. And there's another one that I sniped too. Where is he at? Where's that coral that I murdered? Usher to the Underworld. Gilded Path. Oh. Titan's Wake Dhalmekia. The Blood Moon. The Croc Sanbrec. Oh, no, there it is. I see it. It's right here. Isla Walud. Gobbermouch. And Agni. Okay. Half Calm and Isla of Walud. Titan's Wake and the Croc. Alright, let's hop to it. Let's go after the one in Titan's Wake, because that's also where that treasure map is at. Why does this shop have something new in it? Oh, a couple shops have some new stuff in it. What? Alright, I wasn't going to go to Tabor, but it's not immensely out of far away from where I need to go, so it's probably just like one new item that these vendors share across them.
Welcome, welcome.
Oh. Gungnir will damage by 30%. It's probably like shit like that. It's a bunch of Odin equipment.
Go safely.
So yeah, I didn't clear out the other ones, but that's okay. I'm just gonna head to my objective.
Come on.
Yeah, it's probably faster this way.
Don't get surrounded.
Whoa. Fuck off, dude.
Be safe.
Oh. Oh. Chest laser's back. It's Thanatos.
Your friends, Ultima. If it's me you want, I'm right here.
Fucker. Oh, fuck, I forgot my... balls.
Let's try.
Fair enough. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No!
What the fuck just happened? Why didn't my potion trigger? Why does this not work? Did I have to have it equipped for it to trigger? I didn't even think about that. Also, he just womboed me there. I don't even... I had 1,000 HP and I just, like, exploded. He knocked me up and I couldn't recover because I went so high. It's weird to me that I'll have to test that theory now at some point. I'll just keep it equipped, I guess. Did it stay equipped? Yeah, fuck it.
Let's go.
He was very sturdy as well. He, like, wasn't taking that much damage, which I thought was weird. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's a narrow bridge. What do you want from me? How's it going? I don't have alert command because I'm lazy. It isn't working because I don't have one. I haven't made alert command.
You deserve a rest.
I don't think I know what SM2 is either.
Okay.
Spider-Man too. shit. Oh shit, turn that towards me. What an asshole. This should kill him.
Enough.
Not bad. Dark steel. Good. There's also... Oh, interesting.
And don't come back.
All right, one down. 4 to go. Now, somewhere around here, my treasure map. I wonder if it's on this side. Or if it's over here.
No mistakes.
Oh, maybe it's this.
Be safe.
Too slow.
What is still way the fuck over here that wants to fight me? Hey! You casting magic at me from a million miles away? What the fuck? How dare you? Alright. Let's go check this chest out. I ran through here before and I don't think there was a chest here. I don't think I just missed this. Oh shit. What's that? Unwrapping the oilskin bundle reveals several seemingly unrelated objects of indeterminate provenance, spoils of a lifelong pursuit of fortune that ultimately ended in tragedy. Valuable, can be traded to mint gil. Okay. Treasure map paid off. All right, we need to go to... Oh my god.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
For a share. Can you believe we...
I think we'd better...
Sounds like something's happening in this.
Those damned blackguards took all my best pieces. Just my luck that we were robbed by connoisseurs.
Poor guy.
Anything I can interest you in?
Oh my goodness. 4,500. That's crazy for a green equipment.
Thank you for your custom.
Well met. Farewell.
Some of these are just ridiculously priced. Okay, the next one was... somewhere in Sambrek. Oh, it's here. Did I not fight a mark there already? I think I did.
Welcome, welcome. And a fine, fine day to you.
Faster!
Quiet.
Time to fight.
Nah, we're just gonna run past them. Wrong direction. Oh, you know what it was? I came here for a side quest. There was a bomb enemy in here previously that's what it was. I actually think I can remember it was the quest for what's his name? For Owen. He had me come here and get bomb ash.
Thanks, girl.
Terminus.
Looks like we're working something up.
Oh. Damn. Hey, sir, can you stop? There's this shit on the ground. Excellent.
Sweet dreams.
He didn't drop a rare material? What a piece of shit. How did he not drop Orichalcum? Really? I thought that was basically a guarantee. Oh, man. Fine. There's supposed to be a goblin somewhere around in town. Maybe down by the entrance? Oh, wait, maybe he's in the house. We're driving in again. I have no shame or pride. What? Or we're diving in. Diving in. Diving into what? A new show. Be specific. Say what you mean. Where the fuck is this goblin at? Chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. You need help. There he is.
How the hell did it cross the strait?
I'm okay with not knowing where it's at. Quit juggling, you little shit. What a primal do rival wings? What are you talking about? Oh my god, he's gonna kill me. Oh my god. No, don't goblin punch me. Oh, he's still punching. Yeah, it is interesting that if they give an enemy like this a shitload of HP, you can juggle them, but they're kind of a nuisance. Oh my god, he just drop and punch the actual shit out of me. Got his ass, though.
Your journey ends here.
Sorry, little guy. Just doing what the board says. What if I was on the board? I'd fight for my life and hope nobody as strong as me came to kill me. Simple as that. That's still blocked off. Interesting. There's supposed to be one down here somewhere. Oh, right here. Hello? Hey, dude. I haven't fought one of these since fucking hour 4 of this game.
Look who's here to meet us. Pity we don't see fucking visitors.
Oh, okay. Yep, fair enough. Ouch! Okay, I should probably do something about getting my ass beat. Can I? Fuck me.
Come on.
What? Oh. Okay. Fuck me. Whew. This thing does a lot of damage to me, which makes getting hit really bad. God damn it. Oh my fucking god. God. Trying to freeze him so he would stop rolling around, but I just never really got the timing down.
I've had warmer welcomes.
I didn't get any orichalcum for from any of those guys, which makes me really nervous about making the upgraded Ragnarok, because I'm one short. I'm about to be two short if I come over here and I make the thing.
What do I owe the honor? St. Fornian, dear.
Yeah, I can make this finally. Is it a craft? Yeah, there it is. I need a dark steel and an orichalcum. Theoretically, I would get both. I could get both those from like one more hunt, but I don't know when that hunt's gonna pop up. I'm just gonna make this.
Should last you a good while.
I guess wait, I would need two. but that's fine. Whatever. Is it somehow worse than what I had? Is that what I just saw?
And
Oh no, it's way better. Why do I not have this on? Yeah, I need like one or two more hunts then. That can give me the... I need two. I need 2 Orichalcum and 1 Darksteel, so... That's either a 1, 2, or 3 more hunts. But the hunt board is empty. Frustratingly empty, huh? There's 2 areas on the map that I still am not allowed to go to as well. There's this... They're both in Waloed. So I'll just have to hold out hope. But yeah, that's every hunt mark done again. Alright. What do you have in your...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
How have I not gotten... I'm 20 short from Genji gloves. 2 ranks to go, but somehow I'm going to get 500 renown. Not sure how that's going to work.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Well... It's going to be in Sambrek. At least 1 hunt remaining in Sambrek and at least 1 hunt remaining in Waloed. There's still some quests, some side quests that are going to pop up in some of these places too. Just kind of wild to imagine. Well, I mean, I'm gonna double check. I've been kind of letting potions rip. Let me double check how many I have, and I'm gonna go. I guess I'll hit the next mission up. I'm expecting a side quest explosion here pretty soon.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Yeah, I'll refill
Hey,
on those
better I'll
and
be here.
those.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again.
All right,
Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either.
let's do it.
What the hell happened here?
I dare not think. A stroke of good fortune, perhaps?
I hope you're right.
So do I.
fresh headset battery to close it out.
The ether has claimed them all.
Let's see the way on next.
Behemoth? What are you doing here?
That's a behemoth.
Who would be mad enough to tame such a beast?
Well, that's not good.
Stand back.
Holy shit. That shield didn't last for long, bud.
Get up. Here it comes.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll just summon an ass load of meteors, but we'll just cut it with our little knives. And I'll take 500 damage right out the gate. Because I've never been able to time a thing in my life. Yeah. I kind of expected it to... Stop. Okay. Okay.
No! Stand back! I'll conjure a ward.
Against that?
Joshua!
He's not conjuring shit.
Desperate times.
Clive, no!
Trust me. I'm your shield, remember?
This might be a job for a friend!
Why would you turn to him, brother? When we fight together.
Nice try, fucko.
That wasn't too bad.
That was just the beginning.
Speak for yourself there, Clive. Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh, yeah, and then attack me through it. Fuck it, so sweet. Take some of that health back, you jackass. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you fucking dickhead. No meteor. No, don't cast meteor. Oh shit. That was actually really bad. What? Oh my god, you're such a dick. Fuck. Okay. Fine.
Fire and flame!
Excuse you, sir. You have no hit points. No, not extinction. No, not extinction. No extinction. Stop that. Oh, a crafting item.
Quickly, before we're cut off for good.
If it is like the others, the entrance to the inner sanctum will be at the foot of the crystal. We're almost there.
Yeah, but what other bullshit are we gonna have to go through to get there? That's my question. It's like, oh, it could have been one of the missing enemy types. I mean, I can't know right now. Probably the missing enemy type. It's literally just a beast that said it was tamed by Waloed with the shackles that dropped from it, so... It's just a regular-ass creature. Well, I mean, it's a horrifying regular-ass creature, but I don't think it was... I don't think it has any ties to Ultima.
Enough of you, are there?
To me,
Hello,
flames!
lads. Gather round. I win.
How do we get through that?
This gate here is open.
No! It's not what I want. Will damage from Rhyme Boost. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Come on in. Go on down to Cold Town. What up, boys? Kind of weird to see a city completely destroyed before I get there, because we've basically watched every major city get destroyed upon my arrival, in some fashion or another. Not necessarily always because of me, just as a byproduct of me being nearby. It seems, but this time, shit's pretty fucked up already. Like, oh my goodness. What's up, dudes? This is where I'm supposed to go? I'm so confused about where... Like, it seems like there's two paths right now. And I'm trying to find the one that's less traveled. But it seems like no matter which direction I go in, I'm met with more stuff to do. Unless these link up, maybe. Maybe that's the mystery. Ah, I see. So it sort of funnels you this other direction in the end anyway. You can just come pick up that chest on the side if you go to the right instead of going straight. Alright, we gotta go this way. There's the crystal. It seems like we've gotten closer to it. Hello. How is everybody today?
Once we step onto that bridge, we'll be easy targets.
Then we better move quickly.
Horse. Hello, everybody. An instant bravery cast, huh?
More of Ultimus trolls. Come on then. What are you waiting for? It's over. Nice try.
Obvious door. No chests. I
Through the castle
opened
then.
the obvious door.
I don't see any other way.
More horses. Oh, we don't get to go up that way, huh? Oh, there's a chest in here. Okay. God damn it. What up, lads? How am I doing on ability points? Oh. Soon. 3874, that's pretty good. We're building up. It's getting closer. I just know, of course.
Elton's corruption knows no bounds.
We cannot allow it to spread any further. We won't.
Nice. Yeah, Odin really rounding out the devastation that Shiva causes. I think Diamond Dust's cooldown is a bit too low, honestly. For how effective it is at everything, it seems too low. I get a lot of Diamond Dust uses, and it fucking melts enemies. Just I say, it sure is. Come on, be the Orchestra General. Come on. Fuck you. Oh, are we supposed to go that way? Hold on. Also, I slept on Will of the Wisps in this game for way too long. Because that shit is busted. A 4-hit invulnerability that also does damage if you're in melee is like... Okay, game. Sure, yeah, I'll take that. Slept on what, huh? You know those fireballs that have been surrounding me? Today? Since you got here? You know the fireballs? Have you seen me use that ability before? No, you haven't, because I've been using Ignition for a really long time, which is the Ifrit Rush attack. But I was just doing some ability learning earlier today, sort of towards the start of the stream. While I was muted, in fact, I did a bunch of like scouting through some abilities that I hadn't looked at in a while. And I stumbled on this ability right here called Will of the Wisps, which says summon a storm of fireballs to circle about Clive, damaging nearby targets while also absorbing damage. It looks wimpy. because it's got one sword and two will, so it doesn't do much damage or stagger damage. But the thing is, if you look under details, several protective fireballs that orbit Clive, dealing damage to any enemy that comes in contact with him while also nullifying up to 2 attacks. But if you upgrade it, it nullifies up to 4 attacks. Where you just, it's free. You just don't take damage. Miss a dodge? Well, you don't take damage if you have this up. And it's persistently doing, like, damage. It staggers small enemies really easily. It's, like, a really, really good ability. And I never put points into it because I grabbed Ignition, and we've just been using that for so long. But I swapped it for this earlier today, and it has been amazing. I also have not mastered... Oh, 3rd limit break gauge. I haven't mastered my limit break yet. And I kind of want to, but now I'm like, oh, but I'm so close to level 5 Zantetsuken. So that's another thing where it's like, yeah, you know what? I probably should have done this, I don't know, a while ago. I guess I could steal points from something else that I don't care about. I do forget that that's like a function in this. Or like I could 450, 600. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. Give me those. Give me those points. 800. Give me those points. And now I can get this. And I could keep this learned, just not upgraded. 720. 525. 660. There. I should have done that. I should have gotten rid of the Garuda and the Titan stuff. Actually, I didn't even do the Titan stuff. I kept all of it. I like Titan. I should have gotten rid of the Garuda upgrades that I bought a while ago and repurposed those ability points. That's cool that you could just freeform swap it out. I think that, honestly, I'm probably just going to roll with what I have for the rest of the time unless it proves to be... Yeah, look at that. I got an extra limit break gauge. Boy, that's nice. Some elements of the game, I feel like you can sort of engage with them at your own pace, which is really nice, but that screen having so much stuff on it, and you sort of only going there like when you get a surge of ability points to spend, or like when you channel a new icon. Like I think I just sort of forgot that that's like the core RPG mechanic in the game. and have not been engaging with it very much.
There are so many.
Focus, Joshua. We're not done yet.
Good thing I got that extra bar. And my limit break gauge is full. Time 15. I just one-shot 15 enemies. And I got one button press. One button press murdered that whole pack of dudes. And completely filled my limit break, including a new bar that I just bought.
Let's hope this works.
I'm definitely not going to fight a mini boss in here. Not two of these fuckers at once, though.
Of course there's more. There's always fucking more.
That's a mood. Whoa!
My strength is yours.
You're gonna die from my Zantetsuken, motherfucker. You pissed me off. More?
Not yet.
So I should let the burden fall to you?
Yes, you should. Save your strength for a moment, Crystal.
End of that encounter.
You don't want to know.
Of course. Shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. God damn it. Nope. Fuck you, clown. Killing enemies with that move is so fucking cool. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to help myself in doing that.
There's no end to them. The whole bloody army's here. Stand back, Joshua. I'm summoning Ifrit.
Stop, Clive. You mustn't. We still have a long way to go. If you tap your strength here, you'll have none left to destroy the heart.
Then you'd rather die?
The homie squad's here.
Jill!
Get jumped on, fuckers.
She's not alone.
surprised to see us.
How did you?
Gav. He told us exactly where you'd be. Even sniffed out a crack in the castle wall. And when we saw the heavens come crashing down, we had no choice but to believe him. It's been quite a day.
To what do we owe this honor?
A debt I would see repaid.
Prince Dion. It's good to see you well.
So, this must be Ifrit. Your uncle bade me give you a message. Listen to your heart, and guide your steel true. Your father would expect no less. That is all.
Thank you.
For everything, Your Highness.
Dion, please.
You do realize the only thing we've freed so far is this wall from its foundations, right? Now, if your lord and ladyship's quite finished.
Well said, Gav. We have work to do.
Big ass crystal. Yeah, but is there a chest anywhere in here? The squad's here! Thanks, Mid. Mid's fucking crazy, dude. She's crazy. I don't think it's the final quest, no. Nope, I do not believe it is the final quest. Not yet. I'm gonna talk to Torgal really quick, though.
I couldn't have made it this far without you, Torgal.
Each parting brings the hope of reunion. I missed you, Clive.
I missed you too.
If Sid were here today, I reckon he'd be proud of you, Clive.
He'd be proud of us all.
There is still much I would learn of your tale, once this day is done. Until then, all who might come between me and such knowledge shall answer to my spear.
I do not envy them.
Alright, no chests, but I talked to all the homies. What's up, dudes? What do you got?
I don't suppose there's out I can say to make you change your mind. So I'll just tell you to stay safe. Nan won't take kindly to losing her best customer, especially after letting us carry all this stuff all the way to Ash.
And we wouldn't want to anger old Nan.
You mean, you'll buy some off us?
What do you got?
Let me show you me wares.
Ooh. I mean, it's not good. It's not good enough, but I'm gonna buy it.
Right on, here you go.
Who are you talking about right now? What are you on about?
Right on, here you go.
Clive? What did he do that's got you all swoony? He just hugged her. Did I miss something? He's such a gentleman with Jill. Did I miss something? Oh, okay.
What else I can do for you?
The whole game, not just now. I see. Understood. Had to be paying attention. I mean, I've been paying attention. They are OTP. Obviously.
You don't want me to make yours out else?
Well, sorry, but I mean, you know, okay, you know what?
To the big hammer.
If you want practice, why don't you make me one of these?
Reckon I did a good job.
Thanks. Just to say you did.
You don't want me to make yours out else?
Don't make me feel bad. I made you make something that I literally is garbage, okay? Just let me have this. I can't even open... Okay, I can open this menu. I mean, we'll look at the map really quick, but... Yeah, I think... This is definitely not the end, unless there's a lot of stuff that's tucked away for post-game. Which could be the case, but, like... Bunch of these areas, like, there's still a hunt in Sandbreck, and there's still hunts and stuff in here, so... My guess is... that this is not the end. There's a bunch of stuff still missing.
You see, Clive, we're not alone. If we are to win the day, we must all play our part. And ours. Ours lies beyond those doors.
It does give you the prompt.
We'll only get one chance at this. Ultima can wait a little longer.
All right. Just don't forget. There's still an army behind us.
Interesting. Yeah, there might just be some post-game stuff then, because I don't know. I think it's going to give us another mission. I don't think this, there's something, well, we'll see. I'll make a save, but like, I feel like I've done everything that the game's given me to do so far, so like, I don't know if it's gonna credit me here. I did what I could.
See, Clive, and ours.
We fought long and hard for this moment. Sid's dream, our dream, is within our grasp.
We need only endure this final trial, and we shall. Together.
I just think there's something that they're not predicting. I think that there's an outcome here from destroying this mother crystal that honestly could be bad before it's good.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate. And we shall face it together.
Aye.
It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting.
Thank you.
Welcome, sons of fire.
Bye.
No!
Bye. GG, bad end. Should have leveled up more.
Come back.
What?
Fuck, was that an Akashic Behemoth? Oh, Jesus. I don't envy them. I do not envy that squad. Have fun with the meteors and the comets.
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't stone here.
Why would they not be able to prime?
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them. All of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We find him, and we leave.
They went crazy for other reasons. They went crazy because they were crazy, not because of trying to prime after Clive channeled their power. Like, the last two who did that were near death or entirely enraged, so... With the music, though. They'll be fine.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning. When the world was still young, we visited upon it a miracle, magic, and in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor, we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
If it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
I expect he'll tell us soon enough.
Torgal, you keep an eye out for any chests around here, okay, buddy? I don't think we get to come back here. I would love this song in particular for the hideaway. Also, so far, that doesn't seem like one of our sins. That seems like Ultima fucked up, just saying. I don't... This is starting maybe far enough back that he hasn't quite gotten to his point, but so far, Ultima 0, humankind, not their fault. Ultima -1 even. Why the fuck you give us magic if it causes the blight, dipshit? Idiot. Stupid god.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First, we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies. And so we cast them off. Thus, stripped to our very spirit, did we find our new paradise. A land as pure as driven snow, Valisthea. There would the true work begin, for the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution. The illness having spread to every organ, there was but one escape from this fate. To start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
If you guys have a stereo-enabled audio output, you should be able to hear the synth part that's layered underneath the chords going back and forth between your left and right. It's very cool. You have a phone? Highly recommend grabbing some headphones or something. Even just pull up the soundtrack later and listen to it on headphones or something, because it's really cool. It's a very gradual fade from left to right and back, but it sounds awesome.
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity.
You created us.
Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos, all that you might one day blossom. And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove a grave mistake. For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his God's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own, and from that single errant impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource, and the land, she wept tears of black.
He would condemn us for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. But we're one and the same.
Yeah, he has some hot takes, that's for sure. Some capital O opinions.
Ifrit, or what's left of him.
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction. But she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
To right your wrongs. If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Mythos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all!
What? That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
My friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have. And if we can't share it, I see only one other choice. You have to go.
You may have created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore. It's ours.
Bow down, offenders. This day.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to, you know what? I knew that was going to happen, but I just didn't know the timing. Oh, wind? Oh, wind? Ravaga? No, we don't like Ravagas. Okay. I'm getting absolutely owned. Mark of the Storm. Whoa. No, 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 no. Yo, no, not Neutron Flare again. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, yo, the combination, the stomps. The stomps. Ouch. Oh. Oh. What was that? Oh shit, that killed me. That's not a real sentence. I have no idea what he just said. That's not a real sentence.
Only with heads hung low is penance paid. Oh, wretched mortals incapable even of contrition. In fitting season shall we reap our harvest.
Ooh, what a dodge. Ricochet? No ricochet.
Nice try.
Stop. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, stop. It hurts. Then the lightning too. You're a real dick, sir. Fuck me.
Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now? The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable.
Okay, yep. Ouch. Ouch.
Surrender it unto us.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Can I get a fucking dodge here? I whiffed. I got no damage out of that because he was mid-teleport. Fine. No, don't do that again. Yeah, he's okay. He's not Stagly. That sucks. God. I can't see to fucking dodge anything. And this motherfucker just immune through his own stagger bar. No, he teleported. Fucker. Ouch. Oh my god. Do not teleport away. Got his ass. Right where I want him.
Lost.
Good thing we got a level up there. So I'm gonna need the HP reset probably. This motherfucker is just... Yeah, he was a hit point sack there. God damn. Pull of Darkness, Dancing Steel. Oh, damn. 25%. What the fuck? That's crazy.
At last, for countless generations, have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try.
So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Clive!
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
Clive! None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Come. Remember who you are.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look, Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Muthos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Damn it, Clive. Wake up.
That hurt.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
And once again, does my creation stray from the path laid before it?
I was gonna say, I'm curious.
Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin, does our true power quicken? And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Mythos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering.
Ooh, we're back in Twinside. I have this curiosity because he said something that I think is interesting.
And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they?
Ignore that. Don't worry about that. Not important right now.
Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Hey guys, we're back.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here.
To the boat. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We're leaving now. Everyone, fall back to the ship.
Yep. Get going.
I will be with you anon.
Thank you.
So you're just gonna jump to the boat? Oh man. Oh yeah. Do more Dragoon shit. Fuck yeah, dude. Awesome. I was just about to make that same joke. Oh, he backflipped and didn't fall off the edge. Impressive. Well, boy, does that look like a big ass significant fucking problem, huh? Also, absolutely rip twin side. So I think a little bit of what he might have been talking about there is the reason there's a big ass hole near Dhalmekia. I think I have a sneaking suspicion that he was close to achieving this body thing before, and I think that my theory is that basically people got too strong, and he punished them by obliterating them and leaving this like big ass hole in the ground. Like this Mythos did, or not Mythos, Ultima did this. And I think he did it as a reprisal to the last time that he was close to having a Mythos to be his vessel, but they fucked up. Well, they did the same thing that Clive is doing and basically rejected his assertion that our only purpose is to be a vessel for him, and that humanity's worth is non-existent outside of that singular goal. And yeah, they didn't win. Things did not go well for them. They didn't win. They turned into a crater in the ground that never fills up with water. That's what happened to them. So, fuck me, dude. Pretty wild revelation that the gift of magic leading to the blight is his fault, and that it started elsewhere. Like, there are other places that are probably completely desolate because of the seeping of aether from the land through the use of magic. And that all he did was come here and fuck up the same way again. Yeah, he could travel any time. Yeah, true. Yep. Time doesn't matter. The wild thing to me about that as well, the implication is honestly that it might not have even been on this world or he may have made this world. It sounded like he found it. It sounded like he went on like a journey, potentially through dimensions or time and space or however you want to think about it. But it sounded like in order to do that, he had to give up his form in this other place that he ruined and then travel here in order to rebuild what he lost. And it's weird to me that the only, like, yeah, man, wild. What a crazy, And then this whole time, like, the icons are parts of his power, right? The icons are parts of his power that he has given to people in order to seed throughout generations the idea of creating a perfect vessel for himself to take over, because he doesn't have a physical form, and he needs to prove that these people that he created are powerful enough to survive his power. And the only way to do that is by repeatedly testing them with the icons' abilities throughout and across generations. But he fucked up. Like, he got lazy. He got lazy and let people gain will. And the strength of that will over time has only grown. Yeah. It's really cool. It's a good and engaging narrative, I think. Especially because all along the way you have a nearsighted goal and a further along goal that you know you have to achieve, but you don't know why or how yet. Like, the near end goal is destroy the mother crystals, because they are the source of a lot of they're the source of ether being drained from the land. They, you know, you see that proven to you, which is cool. So when you focus on that and allow the rest of the mystery to unfold over time as you explore more and meet people, Barnabas in particular being this like font of lore and knowledge about the scenario that we did not know going into it. We did not know a lot of what Barnabas revealed to us, and now this was another chunk where it's like you go through and he tells you about how this mankind's greatest sin is them acquiring a will of their own, but can't help but feel like maybe it's like they were saying, it's a bit hypocritical to look at the sinners that you created and fault them in your absence for not guiding them along a path that you wanted. So anyway, and it's clear Barnabas was shown that some of the same information, because his whole thing is like his objective was to break Clive's will and remove his will from him so that he could be a better vessel, and ultimately he did not succeed in doing that, but he did tell us a lot that Akashic were divine because they were mindless, will-less creatures. So he got this warped perspective about how humanity's choice and humanity's ability to decide for themselves what their lives mean was bad. Because Ultima thinks it's bad. Because Ultima, even as this is the other thing that's interesting. As a creator god, Ultima's choice to create is entirely self-serving. It is completely the existence of mankind is to further Ultima's goals, not for the sake of mankind, but for Ultima, which makes Ultima a bad god, a bad creator god. Like, he doesn't want us to succeed. He doesn't care about us. Barnabas even having this warped concept that he might make it to paradise, when what Ultima just told us is no, nobody was making it. The paradise, the new world, the world that Ultima would create after he succeeds in acquiring a vessel, that is for nobody in humankind. None of us. None of us are making it. So he doesn't give a shit. So poor Barnabas was just ultimately a huge tool, in more ways than one. But like, Ultima completely warped him partially through this old faith as well of these people that survived. Like, interestingly, his mother surviving the destruction of Zemeckis, or being an ancestor of the few people who survived that, would have, of course, over time developed a religious fervor around pleasing Ultima and making sure that nothing bad like that ever happened to humankind again. And if Ultima used their subservience to his advantage over time as well, you know, it all starts to fall quite nicely into place, this scheme that he's developed over time, this idea that he's created back to their origin.
I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine, and I'm going to need Otto's help.
Interesting. Nothing new on the hunt board yet, huh? Oh, man. Training pit? Was that there before? Oh, we can see it from here. Look at that.
Origin, he called it. But the origin of what?
Look at that.
What is it? It's the end, is what it is.
That's fucking cool. What's the training pit? Hold on, we gotta...
And how the hell is Sid gonna deal with that?
Okay, I guess it's nothing. I don't know how long it's been there, but I didn't remember it being there. Remember how I said destroying all the crystals was gonna lead to some unforeseen consequence? Yeah, it's right there in the sky. More or less what I could have imagined coming from completing our goal there.
I have wronged so many. Ruined thousands of lives. I did not deserve to be saved. But save me, you and your brother did. Your uncle too forgave me my sins. Offered me a chance at redemption. Yours is a fine family, Ifrit. Cherish it.
Well, guys.
There's something about it. I feel like it's calling to me.
That's concerning. That's probably going to be where we stop for today. The game that keeps on giving. I do think we are likely very close to the end.
Massive. Aye.
Yeah, very big. We're gonna have to call it there. You're gonna finish talking to people here? Am I? There's a lot of things to. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? You off then?
All right.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Off you go then.
You heard it here. We're not stopping yet.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck, then.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
Yet.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset.
Unless you've taught our chocobos how to fly, I won't be scouting this one for you, Clive. You're on your own, but not alone.
If there's anything special you fancy supping on before you go, I'd be glad to make it for you. As long as it's brown.
There is much to consider.
Believe me, Clive, I would fly with you to Origin, nay, to the end of the world. If I could. Alas, my fear of heights prevents me.
Of course it does. That's a very Uncle Byron thing to say.
You're going somewhere, Sid? Can we come? I promise we'll be good.
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers. Me, I reckon they built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Oh.
You wish to study the tomes?
No, not right now.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Shayla will get mad at me if we spend her in large reading.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts?
I don't recognize this voice.
Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers. Me, I reckon they built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving.
Who is it?
Not a word in this one either.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what you're talking about. The odor's what gives Chance's stew its, depth. And that's what makes it superior to any old lizard livers.
Oh, please. Have you even tried the fried mortress? Taste, smell, texture. It beats your beloved stew hands down on every count. Now that's a masterpiece.
Enthroned in sable skies, chaos in walls. From diverse hands a dawn is spun in crimson sin unfurls.
What's aha? Share with the class. He's under additional voices. What have you found?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Tell us. Tell us what you have found. Oh. So that was just a revelation for you then, eh?
None today, I'm afraid.
Fuck, you only get one. Once you buy this one and use it, it's gone.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all?
I won't need it. I'll be fine.
What do you want?
Oh, the behemoth shackles. Sure.
Yeah, that should do you.
6 meteorite. What are you doing to me, game?
Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. That it? Fine.
Still alive, are you? Coin purse weighing you down? You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Oh, that was weird. Why can't I buy more?
You'll not find a better price
Oh.
than that. Sorry. Sold out.
Oh. Voice the character in
Finished, are ya?
RE7? Fucking... When did I play that
What do you
game
want?
again?
Yeah, that should do you.
I'm one short. Why couldn't she just sell me one more?
Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. That it?
RE8.
Fine.
Village. Doesn't help, I'll be honest.
I did it, Sid. I made friends with all the animals in the hideaway. But you know what I'd really like? My own goblin. Or maybe a marble. Or a bomb. But only if it was a big one. That or a bander curl, but not a cactuar. They're too prickly.
Haven't fought a cactuar yet, game. Better be stepping it up in that department.
Karen has seen our shelves haven't gone bare.
Yes, but how long will it last?
I should go check the missives in my room.
First the skies.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastport.
You should go now. While the going was slow and not without the occasional run-in with some straggling orc, I saw Edda back safe to the Shadow Coast where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise on the voyage home. I'd like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for a baby, but I suppose it's up to us now to make certain the little one gets it. Thanks, Gav. All right, let's talk to Joshua. What's up, dude?
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings?
Yeah, it
Lest
doesn't
you
fly,
forget,
Fuzzy.
you go to stand against a god.
It doesn't fly. It's
I would not have
ruined.
you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Take as much time as you need, brother. Something tells me Ultima will wait.
Say your farewells, and let us be gone.
I'm still waiting for more quests to pop up, okay? I'm saying farewells until all the green shit shows up. All the green and the Moogle with a bunch of stupid bills that I'm supposed to track down.
What will it be today?
How may I help you today?
Of course.
I can hold out. I can hold out for a little bit longer. Yeah, we're definitely at the end.
One must understand one's place in the
We're
world.
definitely at the end. I was gonna see, is this the... Okay, there's Drake's Horn. So are they all on the map now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, they're all 8 of the mother crystals. We know where they're all at. Even though we never saw Drake's Horn. And we never saw Drake's Eye. Or this one that's just called Zemeckis. Okay.
Thus ends today's lesson.
All right. Let's go talk to Jill. I still think we could finish this next weekend. Even though I know there's going to be a green explosion and a few more hunts to go. I doubt it's 10 hours worth of gameplay that we have left.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Well, I have to do it.
No way. There's no way. There's no way.
Back now.
I can't. I don't believe it.
This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I don't know. I used that last elixir up, and I
promise we'd watch the moon together.
feel like kind of a dipshit right now.
I'll be
So
waiting.
we'll see.
Fuck. Almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh my god. There's two behind me. This is the most. This is the most quests that have been visible in one spot. Oh Lord. There it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's even more. Literally did take you about 6 hours to do. Yeah, I could see that now. I could see that. Fucking hell, dude. This is it though, isn't it? If we go here, we're not coming back. Awoken from its slumber beneath the foundations of Twinside, this corrupted construct now looms over the twins, its form a bruise on the very heavens. There's literally an entire stream on that's just these side quests. Jesus Christ. Well, let's just see how many are on the... Oh, there's 2 here as well. In case you hadn't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gavin his cub. Something ain't right. My gut tells me it's not to do with the supply of antelope bones. All right.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Obviously, I have to take care of the dog. Can't skip that one. I guess this is how you magically get 500 renown. By magically, I mean it's... Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime, and it was a chance encounter with one such tome from a distance that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Maybe if I go late next Saturday. Oh... Fuck me.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Yeah, there's I'm just gonna run around and pick up as many of these as I can right now, so that we're all squared away for next Friday. Early start, going late. It might need to be.
You alright? About that.
Is there anything I can do to help you kill this ultimate bloke who just say the word? You could promise to take Sid's name off my hands.
Aye.
Don't even joke about that anyway. I thought you said you hadn't finished with it yet. I did, didn't I? Now, if you wanted to give me an even grander title, something to rival your Sid the Outlaw, that'd be a different story.
See.
Gav the Magnificent, Gav the Almighty, Gav the Lionheart, something along those lines. I'd leave that to you to decide. I'm sure you're more than capable of choosing the perfect moniker for Sid's right-hand man. Right-hand man, eh? I'll take it.
You off then?
Yeah. I got a bunch of people to talk to. Oh, what's up, Byron? You set on this plan of yours, then? I am. You never want to shy away from a fight. Some might say it runs in the family. Your father would be proud.
Thank you, Uncle.
I know he'll be up. Well, I know he'll be with us up there.
As for down here...
You may take comfort in the knowledge that the realm will be in my capable hands until you return. Ha 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 ha. All right, what's your quest?
Clive, my boy!
What's up?
Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved. But such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
I'll do it.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world.
Chaos reigns.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Chaos
and if the Field
reigns.
Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once.
Or
you send Astolas.
Of course. Rutherford is already
in the near
Dalmekian
future
capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
Let's just tell him that
thank you,
I'll be there
Clive.
soon. How about soon? Because there's really no telling how quickly I can get there at this
Don't
rate.
worry, my boy. Rutherford is in Randalar this very moment, singing your praises to all and sundry. They'll adore you.
All right. Well, that's nice, I guess. Oh, Lord. Oh, Joshua's got a quest.
Oh,
What's up, bro?
This is it then, brother.
Our last dance with Ultima awaits. Only the Founder knows what awaits us up there.
Indeed.
Whatever we find, we shall overcome it. It would not do to disappoint our friends. They all believe in you, Clive. They would follow you to the ends of the earth if they could.
You're wrong.
My friends don't follow me. They spur me on. I couldn't have made it this far without them. Nor without you, Joshua. You gave me your blessing and made me your shield. Without you, I don't know how I would have even survived. Even when we were apart, you were always with me, and I trust you'll be with me now until the end.
Of course.
Whenever that may be. All right.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
Oh, that's wild.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After
Oh.
Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
Huh.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Sure.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Gonna need a minute. Or a few minutes. Or I don't know what order I'm going to do these quests in yet, so hang tight.
Back to Tabor then. Not to be reunited with Yote this time, but with Father.
Must we away? My decision is made.
I shall carry you and your brother to Origin, that the Lesage name might live on in honor, not in infamy, even if I should not. Your Highness, you're not...
You said it yourself.
This is a journey from which I may not return, and yes, I am resolved to go. Ultima took much from me, and he means to strip us all of what little we have left.
He must be stopped.
Whatever the cost.
He must.
Thank you, Your Highness. You are as over hasty as your brother. Save your thanks for when this is over.
The time is nigh, Ifrit.
Doris.
Sid, do you have a moment?
I'm gonna make a moment.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter.
I said we should have killed her.
Something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them.
Oh.
Fallen captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss.
We know where that is.
And even better for her. Bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely head there so quickly. Super quickly.
How long has it been since the jailers of Balmung abandoned their charges? Without food or water, they won't last long.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Okay. Trial and Error. Good quest name.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Just add it to the pile.
What a word.
Trust you to go and pick a fight with a bleeding god. Didn't sign up for all this excitement, you know.
No.
Sid did say the higher-ups wouldn't be too happy about us trying to change the world. You got me there, and it ain't as if I have anything better to do, so no more lip out of me. But it's that lip that keeps us on our toes, Otto.
Is that right?
Well, I'd better start looking for something else to moan about then, hadn't I? No one around here's bold enough or daft enough to say I'm fit for the knacker's yard, but I'm sure as hell ain't getting any younger.
Might be time to take a step back.
Let the fledglings spread their wings. Young Gott's as bright as the inside of a barrel, but his heart's in the right place, and his constant failures never seem to dim his spirits either. Reckon the same might have been said of me when I was his age.
If it weren't for Sid.
Giving me the room to fall and a hand to help me up again, I never would have changed. It'd have been the Gotts leading the Gotts, Clive, assuming we'd made it this far. Funny.
Off you go then.
You really don't have anything for me, Moogle? I need rare materials, you fucker. Why don't you spawn some hunts for me to fight? I think there's room for 3 more on that board, just saying. Where's... Oh, Lord. There's so many. How many are you showing on your thingy?
Clive. Here you go.
We got Under New Management 2 in the Holy Empire of Sambrek. Nothing in Rosaria. Lines in the Sand 2, Duty Undying 2. Okay, so there's 3 more
Always something in there.
out in the world. And we've got these 2 over here to pick up. Haven't been up there in a while.
What do you think happened to Miss...
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes, but that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid?
No.
You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions.
Says you.
Don't listen to her.
Stupid little kids.
Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Alright, we've almost... The green explosion is almost over. I just got one more to pick up.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured. Every name recorded. Every death logged with meticulous care. Cid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Cid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
All right. All greens acquired except for the ones that aren't here, but we'll do those
The plains
later.
of Vida Grace have haunted my dreams since I escaped from the orphanage. I can't say I was looking forward to returning.
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
So there's a new mother. Fussing over it won't see the hens fed.
Suspicious character is still up here, huh?
One moment you think you've freed the realm from her fate. The next, a darker one rears up to replace it. What awaits us when we finally attain release? True freedom? Or something else entirely?
All right, are you satisfied, Shayla? You got an extra 16 minutes out of your chicanery as well. Hope you're proud of yourself. We're gonna hang out with the doggo. Next time I play this is next Friday, and I will be doing my absolute best to make it to credits by the end of next Saturday. Hopefully putting in the legwork here and getting all these quests picked up will set me on the path to accomplish that, but as you can see, there's a lot of fucking green on this map now. And I don't know where if there are any hunts left. I don't know where they are at. In fact, surely they're still, like I said, it looks like Rosaria and Dhalmekia are done on hunts, but it says no available hunts, but they're going to pop up for Waloed and Sambrek still. So next Friday will definitely be all side questing and probably potentially part of Saturday as well, of just running around and clearing out the greens. But our final objective is right there. So we're definitely close. There you go. Ooh. Oh boy. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out and watching today. I hope that you enjoyed. I appreciate all of you being around. And I hope you're looking forward to the end very soon. Have a good rest of your day or night, or whatever time it might be for you. And I will see you guys later.